Imagine a town split in half by a canyon. On one side were the houses, the school, the market, the little streets where everyone knew everyone. On the other side were the jobs, the hospital, the train station, the place people had to reach if they wanted their lives to move forward. For years, the only way across was an old rope lift that creaked in the wind. Every morning, parents held their children a little too tightly before stepping inside it. Every winter, the lift froze. Every storm, the town became two towns again. So one day the mayor made a promise. We are going to build a bridge, not a small bridge. A beautiful one, a bridge wide enough for carts, lanterns, weddings, ambulances, everything. A bridge that would finally make the town whole. At first everyone loved the idea. The baker donated the money he had saved for a new oven. The teacher brought her students after class to paint stones with their names. Old men who could barely stand still came to carry wood. Children grew up measuring their height against the first tower, and there was a girl named Mira, whose father was the first carpenter on the bridge. When she was little, he let her paint the first beam. He told her, "One day you'll walk across this and you'll remember we built it." So she did remember. Remembered the first beam, the first rope, the first lantern hung above the canyon, and then years passed. The bridge became more than a bridge. It became the thing the town talked about when life was hard. When the lift broke, they said, "Soon." When someone missed the last train, they said, "Soon." When Mira's father got sick from working winter after winter in the cold, he smiled from his bed and said, "At least I helped build the bridge." By the 10th year, the bridge was almost done. The town planned an opening festival. There would be music, food, lanterns. Every family would cross together for the first time. And then, 7 days before the festival, Mira found the crack. It was under the first tower. At first it looked harmless, a thin black line in the stone, but Mira had grown up inside that bridge. She knew the way wood complained. She knew the difference between settling and warning. That night she came back alone with a lantern. The wind moved through the canyon, the bridge groaned, and the crack opened wider. So Mira searched the old drawings, she checked the measurements, she checked them again, and by morning she understood the foundation had been poured too shallow. The canyon wall was shifting, the bridge was not almost finished. It was almost failing. If the whole town crossed on opening day, it might hold for 10 steps. Maybe 20, maybe long enough for everyone to believe, and then it would fall. So Mira ran to the council. She spread the drawings across the table. She showed them the crack. She said, "We have to stop the festival, and this is the part where you expect people to panic, to cancel everything, to thank her, because if a bridge is going to collapse, obviously nobody crosses it, right?" The other room went quiet. Then the baker said, "My son spent 3 summers carrying stone for that bridge." The teacher said, "My students wrote their names inside those pillars." The mayor said, "Do you understand what this will do to the town?" And Mira said, "Do you understand what will happen if it falls?" Nobody answered. Because the crack was not fighting logic, it was fighting memory. By the next morning, the question had changed. People were no longer asking, "Is the bridge safe?" They were asking, "How could Mira do this to us? How could she insult what we built? How could she wait until now? How could she make all those years mean nothing?" And Mira realized something terrifying. The bridge was dangerous. But admitting that was more dangerous, because if the bridge was broken, then the baker's money was gone for nothing, the children's painted stones were inside a mistake, the mayor's promise was a lie, and Mira's father had spent the last strong years of his life building something that should never be used. So the town chose a kinder story. Maybe the crack was normal, maybe Mira was scared, maybe the bridge only had to hold once, maybe faith mattered, maybe sacrifice could become safety if enough people needed it to. On opening morning, the whole town gathered at the edge of the canyon. Mira stood in front of them, shaking. She begged them not to cross. Her mother looked at her with tears in her eyes. The baker's son stepped forward. The old teacher stepped forward. The mayor lifted the ribbon, and one by one, everyone Mira loved walked onto the bridge. She screamed until her voice broke. Nobody turned around, and then something inside her gave up, because if the bridge was going to take everyone, then maybe being right was the loneliest thing left. So Mira stepped onto it too, one foot, then another. The bridge groaned. The canyon went silent. And then it held. The bridge held. The town crossed. People cried. The bells rang. The mayor hugged Mira and told her she had worried for nothing. And for one perfect morning, every lost year became meaningful again. Beautiful, right? Except that is a fairy tale. Real life is not that comforting. In real life, millions of people cross broken bridges every day. Not bridges made of wood and stone. Relationships, careers, degrees, friendships, businesses, dreams, versions of themselves they spent too much time becoming. And most of those bridges do not magically become safe just because crossing them would make the past hurt less. This is the most expensive trap in your life. Not because it costs the most money, but because it convinces you to keep paying after you already know the thing is broken. Psychologists call this the sunk cost fallacy, but that name makes it sound small, like you bought the wrong subscription, like you stayed too long at a bad movie because the ticket was expensive. But the real version is much heavier. It is not just, I already spent money, it is, I already spent myself. I already gave this person 3 years. I already told everyone this career is my future. I already moved cities for this. I already became the kind of person who does this. I already defended it. I already suffered for it, so it has to mean something. And that is where the trap closes, because the mind starts confusing two very different questions. Question 1, was this worth it before? Question 2, is this still worth choosing now? Those are not the same question. Something can have mattered deeply and still be wrong to continue. Someone can have loved you once and still be hurting you now. A dream can have saved you at one age and become a cage at another. But the past is loud. The past brings receipts. It says, look what I paid. The future only whispers. It says, please stop paying. And most people listen to the receipt. That is why the trap feels noble from the inside. It does not feel like denial. It feels like loyalty. It feels like being strong. It feels like proving everyone wrong. It feels like refusing to waste what you suffered for. But sometimes, the thing you call commitment is just fear wearing formal clothes. Because walking away does something brutal. It turns hope into history. As long as you stay, the story can still redeem itself. The relationship can still become the one you imagined. The job can still become the career you promised your parents. The degree can still become proof you were disciplined. The business can still explode. The friend can still apologize. The bridge can still hold. But leaving ends the fantasy. Leaving says no miracle is coming from this direction. And that grief is real. That grief is why smart people stay, not because they cannot see the crack, but because they can see exactly what the crack means. It means the old version of the story is over. So here's the question that cuts through the trap. If you had not already paid for the ticket, would you buy it today? If you had not already spent the years, would you choose this person today? If nobody knew your old promise, would you make it again today? If you were not trying to prove your past self right, what would your present self do? This question hurts because it removes the receipt from the table. It does not ask whether the past mattered. It asks whether the future deserves the same sacrifice. And sometimes the answer is no. No, I would not choose this again. No, I would not board this plane. No, I would not cross this bridge. No, I would not keep becoming this version of me. And if that is the answer, then leaving is not waste. Leaving is what stops the waste from getting bigger. The years behind you are gone either way. The money is gone either way. The old dream is gone either way. The only thing still negotiable is what you lose next. That is the part nobody tells you. Quitting can be an act of respect. Respect for the person who tried. Respect for the years that taught you something. Respect for the part of you brave enough to finally tell the truth. Mia's fairy tale ends with the bridge holding. Real life is harder. Real life asks you to step away while people are still clapping, while the festival is still planned, while the old stones still have your name on them, while some part of you is still hoping the bridge will prove you wrong. But a life is not measured by how long you can stand on something broken. Sometimes the most expensive trap in your life is not the mistake. It is the belief that the mistake has to continue, just because it was expensive.